It's not exactly a Smurfs tune, is it? Yo, what's going on, everyone? Charlie checking in right here with you all on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Guys, I just went ahead and popped on in, man. I played too much Jason, watched too much cartoons, guys. Freaking bored just sitting around here doing nothing. I don't see how fucking people do it. Ready to get back to work. Decided to go live. Eat some breakfast with you all, man. Chrissy in the house. Morning, Chrissy. And also, what's above here? Somebody a weird. I was like, is that Jesse James? Oh, I like that profile, man. Ha 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 ha. Does that hairline go up there? Depressed user in the house. We are with you. We are all depressed, aren't we, Kevin? What is up, Bubba? Much love to you right there in Virginia. Got to come see you soon, man. Die Hard 666. What's up, brother? Jordan in the house. Much love to you, Jordan. How are you doing, bro? Crazy to see you up this early, man. You're a night owl now, right? Aren't you? Cameron Viviano, Freeze. Freeze. What's up, Freeze? Luke Garza, Miss Morbid Angel. Almost lunchtime. Brunch time. I'm actually gonna have myself little Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart. It's not the official. It's not really Pop-Tarts. I got it from Family Dollar. So these are Pop-Tarts. Pretty good. Miss Shirley in the house. Hey, Shirley. Hi, Shirley. What is up, guys? James Parker, Rebecca Spratling in the house. What's up, Rebecca? Is it about time to go back to Facebook yet? Rebecca's on. We said you're in Facebook jail as well, guys. There's a bunch of people that are in Facebook jail right now, man. I don't know if it's with the politics or what, man, but like, I think it's the politics. But they're really watching people, man. So, man, kind of watch out what you're going on out there, man. Deb's in the house. What is up, Deb's? Jay's crazy life on the road. Tyana 31 XJ7. Was that's like a? Is that Elon Musk's second child there? Or 31 XJ7? What is up? Bobo Balkashan. Balkashan, there you go. Bobo Balkashan. The press you got 16. Got 16 what? Oh, Tiana says okay, gotta change the name, but love the shirt. Thank you. Rocking the Manson today, guys. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who had a mind? Okay, anyway, hope you enjoyed that. 16 tattoos. Holy shit. I've only got the one right there, and I really need to get it touched up, man. It's I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I forgot that I had a tattoo, bro. Like can't remember where I was driving yesterday, but I was riding around and it was warm out. So I had the window down and I just kind of had my arm out, just kind of propped up. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's been warm where you guys have been, but where you live, but it's been warm where I am, man. And I just had my arm just kind of propped up on the window, and I saw my tattoo in the reflection, and I was like, oh yeah, I got a tattoo. That's pretty cool. But I made sure when I got this tattoo right here, it was designed to not really be seen, you know what I mean, except for certain instances and stuff. And so, man, it's really done the trick, man. Like I said, there's times this thing, it tricks me, man. Somebody's got 5 tattoos. Okay. Oh my God, Shirley, what the hell? I have 5 tattoos plus the camel on my toe. Okay, I read that fast right there for a minute. You have to forgive my reaction. Damn, Morbid Angel has 13. Miss Chrissy has 3. Jordan's got 2. What the fuck? Don't you guys know that I was the only one in the freaking family, guys? The only one in the family that didn't have a tattoo. You know, all the rest of the jerk faces had a tattoo. Dad, y'all know, Dad got the angry grandpa, and then he got the my ass stinks on his back. And even Mom had a tattoo. Mom had got a tattoo of Dad's name right here with a heart on it. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. Depressed user also has more fingers. Yeah, you know, that's, you gotta, I hear that you have to keep going over them on your fingers and stuff, you know, because anywhere that's kind of high trafficked area, you know, like me right here, this spot right here has gone out quicker than any of them because I got my sleeves that kind of rub on it, as it were, and right there too. So yeah, look at life. Life is faded. My life is faded, yo. Not anymore though. I really wanted to get online here this morning, guys, just to kind of Jenny kind of controlled me a little bit this morning. Round of applause, Jennifer. She would tell everybody that I'm drinking. Jennifer would go on Twitter and tell everybody that Charlie's drinking this morning. So I guess I got controlled emotionally a little bit. I wanted to come online and show you guys that I'm not, that I'm clean, that I'm sober. But yeah, that was just kind of a weird thing. Life faded, guys. It's almost indicative, man, because like say I have lived my life faded, quite honestly, man. Addicted to drugs and alcohol, you all watched as I let the drugs and the alcohol control my life, and control my actions. I was out here saying and doing things that I did not mean, that you guys were like, holy shit, Charlie's messed up, and I'm seeing that with Jennifer right now, quite honestly. I kind of went through her Twitter, because I noticed that Isaac had retweeted a couple of things that she had said, and I was like, damn, even for Jennifer, that is a little dark. It's a little evil. Even for her normal angry way. Like, I've been looking at some of her tweets and the way she's been talking and the things that she's been saying about people, and I'm just like, man, like Jennifer's on something, or she's not taking her medication, or even at times, you know what I mean, damn, maybe she needs to be re-diagnosed, you know what I mean, because it's sad, dude. It's like I could see the warning signs, as a recovering user and a recovering alcoholic, you know what I mean. I can see those signs. It's plain as day. Like, people that don't live it, that don't know it, they just don't understand it. You know what I mean? But so many of you guys here that follow, you know what I mean, that connect with my journey, you know what I mean, that have used yourselves, you know what I mean. Y'all can see it, And what's up, Terry Mickles, Tony Star, Battle Cry, Luke Garza says you've been around the block. I have been around the block. Here you go, Bobo. Here's my mukbang this morning. But yeah, man, you guys have seen me, man. Like, I don't know how many times you guys have been like, yo, Charlie, holy crap, chill, man. Chill, son. And I just didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt justified, and I ended up just making an ass of myself, And that's really what Jennifer's doing right now to herself, guys. She's being put in this war with Tuna, like, which, by the way, I still say Tuna because I got no love for Tuna neither. Like, I don't like her. I hate her. I could say that there's a feeling that's borderline edging hate with her ass, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to let my hate and my anger for that woman, make me look like an ass, make me make an ass out of myself, guys. You know what I mean? Because quite honestly, that's what Jennifer's doing. She's talking about, not just Tuna, but amputees. She didn't even say Tuna's name. She just said somebody with a leg for Christmas. Or actually, I'm not sure. I didn't really follow that whole thread. I just seen what was retweeted, quite honestly, And I was like, holy shit. Like, really? What the hell? And I didn't realize that they were engaging this war with Tuna again. I thought that they were trying to get the naked pictures off of Albert. That way they can have something against him to hold over him. But I didn't know that they were rekindling that fire, which seems to be every year, to try to get views and stuff. And I mean, Jennifer, you got a family, you got kids, I mean, like, look what's happened to JC and Jonathan. You know what I mean? This whole time that Jennifer's been playing the internet games, talking shit to Tuna, talking shit to damn Debbie, just whatever they needed her to do when they needed her to do it. You know what I mean? She has been right there, evil and angry to the core. You know what I mean? What kind of mother acts like that? What kind of mother goes on her Twitter and makes fun of amputees? Have a happy legmas. She'll be dreaming about a leg for Christmas. What kind of grown mother does that? Yeah, Ace Man says they won't leave Tina the hell alone. I mean, dude, I'm a firm believer in karma. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that Tuna has suffered enough, man, myself. You know, seriously, bro. It's like it's misplaced anger and hatred is what it is. You know what I mean? Like Michael and Jennifer and Isaac and all them fuckers that are always angry about something every single day. Oh my freaking God, it is a drain. Not just on them, but on everybody around them, man. They are just this straight up fucking suction pool, dude. That drain, they're just going down the drains and they're just going faster and faster, and they're just reaching out and taking down everybody with them. They are just a fucking suction of fucking hatred and negativity, man, sucking in all the positive and all the happiness every single fucking day. And it's always somebody else. Jennifer, that's why the boys are the way they are. That's why JC's in jail. That's why Johnny flipped out and got sent to a mental home. And I hate saying it. I hate bringing it out, you know what I'm saying? But somebody, how many more lives do y'all ruin? Before you've had enough. And it's got to the point now where you can't even hide it, guys. It's like, it's out there. 102 people watching. Thank you all. Sleazy says, I wish I can come here and listen to you talk about what's going on in your life, but it's always about someone else. Your life will never change, or you're all about drama. Like, dude, my life has changed, bro. Look, I've got my own place. Look at this. Think about where I was in 2017. Charlie living off of Michael. Charlie living with Dad. Charlie with his purple hair. You know what I mean? Charlie running from family to family, friend to friend, couch to couch. Raspergu, thank you so very much. Dude, don't sit here and talk about me being stuck in this cycle of drama and negativity, because I'm anything but. And if anything, I'm the one that was dragged down into this shit. I was the basis, the center of their drama and negativity for years, bro. So how are you going to sit there and talk about, want to see what's going on, see what's up with Charlie? My life will never change. You know what I'm saying, dude? My life is great. Me and Erica have been together almost 3 years. We've gone, I don't know how many waterfalls we've seen. We've gone on vacation every year. You know what I mean, bro? Like, everything is wonderful here with us. I'm about to have me a nice Jeep driving around back and forth to work, paid for. We're about to have our Kia paid for, bro. Things are good. Meanwhile, Jennifer is still living at Michael's house. Jennifer don't have her own car. Jennifer don't have a job. Michael is still just recording people. Michael's going to Doug's house, trying to beat up Doug, get Doug to hit him so he can have video. Debs, thank you so very much. Joe's Johnson says JC beat up Jenny. And it's so tragic. And we already talked about that last night. You know what I mean? Like, how much mental abuse and shit do you go through? You know what I mean? Like, JC tried to run the fuck away. JC tried to run away, tried to get away from that family. And they called the cops on him because his girlfriend was underage. He ran away. They called the cops on him, and Jennifer's, please pray for my boy. Please bring him back. JC just wanted to get away and wanted to grow. And what happened? Jennifer wouldn't let him, and so he freaking attacked her. How's that for mothering? Seriously, how does that feel to you guys? Jason Talking Sports says JC is a grown-ass man. He ain't no kid. And that's the card they'll play. Whenever he's in trouble, they're like, oh, he's a man. He's a man. He stands up for his actions. But whenever he tries to run away, he wants to go grow up and do his own thing. Jennifer's like, he's a boy. He's not ready for that. He's my boy. Jennifer just wants to fucking control and own. Joe's Johnson says he feels bad for him. Who wouldn't feel bad for JC? And it doesn't seem like they're changing anything in his home environment. It seems like whenever he gets out of jail, he's going to be going right back into the same home environment that he was trying to run away from. Except now it's worse. It's ramped up. Jennifer's, center key piece against Tuna again. JC gets to sit at home and watch Jennifer talk shit about Tuna all day. Go leave me alone. Smoking her cigarettes, and I swear to God, it looks like Jennifer's either doing drugs or she needs to be re-diagnosed. Because it sounds like something, there's more going on in that house. I'm not one for calling DSS, and I won't call DSS, you know what I'm saying? Because my family has had DSS called on us numerous times. But I won't say that it wasn't for a good cause, and I won't say that their house, that there shouldn't be an investigation going on over there. And I'm sure that there is. You know what I mean? You got one kid in jail, in and out of jail, in juvenile homes. Another one's in mental homes. How about the audacity? They accused my mom of chasing the boys around with a butcher knife and killing my nephews, right? Halfway to 100. Oh, thank you so much. $25 bill right there. I appreciate that. That will definitely go on towards Erica's Christmas present next month for Christmas. I'll get paid the 21st. I'll have something nice to get her. We got just over $100 now for Erica's Christmas present. I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. But yeah, where was I at? Kind of broke my train of thought right there. You did, Sharon. Oh, Jennifer and JC. Damn, what was it? Yeah, like what is he going to come back home to? Honestly, it's like, oh my God. She's, like I said, she's got to be on something. Brian Lucas says, yeah, he's 100% really totally fake. Not at all, guys. Who, Jason? Michael is so fake. I used to be a fanboy, but Charlie woke me up about him. I just want to come here and see what Charlie's up to. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, right. Whatever, man. You get what you get with Charlie. That's the thing, man. I apologize. You're saying, like, if you don't like me talking about my brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, and whistleblowing, I guess, as it were, you know what I mean, then don't come. Honestly, quite honestly and truly, you know what I mean, because like, guys, I am real. Like, everything you see is on the surface right here. There is no fakeness, no drama, no storyline. This is my life, and I've always, I remember there was a time that I was eating the peppers. I just got into eating the hot peppers. I did the Carolina Reaper, and then I did the Maroon. I started getting into a roll. I started getting into like a little habit of different peppers and stuff. And I had a bunch of fans that really honestly, truly cared about me, loved me, so much, in fact, that they didn't want to see me eat these peppers because they were hurting me. Like they literally physically thought that these peppers were physically hurting me, And so I'm getting messages like, man, you really need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop, Charlie. And by some close friends too, people that I cared about, and also just enough where it was getting nauseating. I'm like, oh my God, guys, Joe's Johnson, thank you so much. Says, stay keeping it real, man. And I always will. And that's what I'm getting to right here with this point, is that everybody was just like, man, just stop with the peppers, stop with the peppers. That who remembers? I don't know if you remember, but I actually had to do a sit down video. You know what I mean? I did like a 30-minute video talking about how, people telling me not to do this, that, and the third, not only annoyed me, but it almost kind of took my sense of self-confidence away. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like, everything that I do on camera and stuff is almost kind of exploratory, I guess, as it were, something to help me grow, to look within inside myself, and grow both, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and, okay, I'll make sure. It looks like everyone's just listening. Cool. And yeah, so I mean, I was pushing my limits, guys. Like, I don't know if you have ever eaten these peppers or not, guys, but there is something very euphoric and almost something spiritual. You call me a loony if you want, but there is something very spiritual about eating these hot peppers, guys. Like, once you bite into this pepper and you ingest it, that is it. There is no calling it off. You've got 10 minutes of pain. You know what I mean? And how you channel that pain and how you focus, what you channel and you focus that pain on, what you do with it. It really, it really changes you, even for that moment. You know what I mean? And but for me, I've had moments where, I remember today, and even moments that I don't remember eating that pepper that has changed me today, But regardless, it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether it's eating chili peppers or skateboarding or deep sea diving in cages with sharks, anything that might scare somebody or whatever, your followers that really care about you, like your mom. How many? I'm sure my mom didn't want me eating peppers. I'm sure my mom wouldn't want me diving off of cliffs or going in abandoned houses, you know what I mean, trespassing and stuff like that, but I do it anyway, and she still cares and worries for me, she still cares and loves me, you know what I'm saying? But I still do it anyway because it's my life, and kind of that's where I am, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've been dealing with this situation, with Michael and Jennifer and Kimberly and even dad and mom, you know what I'm saying? It's like, for a long time, I've been dealing with it since 2017, and I've also been dealing with, daddy issues and mommy issues and brother and sister issues, family issues, long before the internet ever came along. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that I guess, it's definitely raised, gone to new heights, from being on YouTube, and the lies and the extents that Michael and them would go to ruin my life, as it were, But I've been dealing with their shit, ever since I was a boy. Ever since I was little, I told you guys I lost my virginity. The girl I lost my virginity to would give me a little gift bag with a letter in it, a highly detailed letter of everything that happened, a pair of her panties and stuff. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. And I would hide that shit in my closet. Well, my brother and sisters, they would go find it. They would go snooping through my room every day that I was gone, trying to find shit, you know what I mean, to tell on me about. And they found this and gave it to my dad. And I got sat down in front of the whole fucking family while they read this letter. They embarrassed me to the point I didn't even know if I was almost ready to chop my cock off. I don't want to have sex no more, instead of dad sitting me down, and discussing the birds and the bees. Oh boy, I hear you finally done it. Well, you need to watch out. Is Erica in the house? Is Erica here? She might be on break. But yeah, so like they've always been dealing. I've always dealt with that with them. Instead of dad sitting me down and talking to me about it and and guiding me along my journey, they all just pretty much fucking laughed at me. They made a family joke out of it, and I guess apparently, it shouldn't really surprise me that they still do it to this day, But like the last 3 years, you know what I mean, them accusing me of rape and molestation and child abuse and elderly abuse, and even my own child, you know what I mean? Who remembers Isaac did a music video about me raping my daughter? You know what I mean? Like, they put me through so much shit. You know what I'm saying? That it's gonna take a while, dude. And as long as they continue to come online, and as long as their trolls continue to try and harass me, with their bullshit, even though the majority of you all know it's bullshit, even though the majority, everybody knows, Charlie's good, that all that shit was just shit, I mean, it still kind of bothers me a little bit. It still affects me a little bit. And I've got to work that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I really do got to work that shit out. Otherwise, I'm just going to fucking blow up inside. You know what I mean? And I really feel like this is the best way, you know what I mean, to really kind of fight fire. I mean, with fire, honestly, and I don't see how, I'm in the wrong at all for it. And I don't feel like I'm in the wrong, like there was times where there was times like that. Like, it's never wrong to stand up for yourself and speak out for yourself, no matter how much anybody tries to make you feel like it is a crime, like you are wrong for standing up and speaking out for what you believe in. Don't ever let yourself believe that, because people are going to try that with you every single day of your life to try and own you. You know what I mean? To try and silence you, to try to nudge you their way instead of listening to your opinions and what you want to do. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I don't know. It's the freedom of speech. It's the, freedom of expression, guys. And are we not all human? That's why, like, Jennifer, I try not to let the hate and shit change me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jennifer's making me angry and stuff right now. You know what I mean? Going on Twitter, telling everybody Charlie's drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning, whatever. You know, or Michael will go on there and tell everybody, you know, that I'm drinking, or like I say, you know, Jennifer says I raped her, Kimberly says I raped her, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? It really pisses me off, you know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, I still love my sisters. You know what I mean? I still love them. They're still my family. Michael's still my brother. Like there's still a love, you know what I mean? That, you know, that hate and anger that I have for them will ultimately never overcome. You know what I mean? Like, what's that scar? Harry Potter's little scar right there, you know? Harry's special powers are from love, not from hate. Voldemort tried to come in and give him the old Avada Kedavra, you know? And Harry's mom, Wanda's, her love alone saved Harry, you know? Pat High says that makes you the better person, which is so hard to be. And it is super hard, you know, to sometimes feel like I'll concede and just stop, you know, and let them just talk their shit just for the better, just for my betterment, you know, and I'll feel like I'm losing. You know what I mean? And it's so, guys, it is so petty. It is so childish, but like I'll feel like I'm losing almost kind of or whatever. Like it was like, oh my God, I swear to God, I felt it a little bit today as I was looking at like Jennifer just talk shit and they're all, man, the bandwagon is just building up on Tuna. That evil negative ball of fuckery, you know, is just kind of building up right now, you know. And part of me was like, man, look, like they're winning, you know. But then I thought, I'm like, winning against what? Like, what exactly are they winning? Like, if anything, like they're making themselves look like assholes. You know what I mean? That's where I was like, well, you know, I didn't look at it as Tuna. Jennifer talking shit about Tuna. You know, I looked at it in the whole grand scheme. You know, Jennifer's attacking Tuna's disability. You know what I mean? And that is just so low, you know, that anybody that looks at it is just like, damn, you know, they can even laugh about it. But at the end of the day, they're like, shit, you know, like if I were to talk shit about Jennifer's disabilities, you know, like, how do you like it, Jennifer? We talk about Red Man. Red Man's coming. Hold on a second. Red Man's coming. Hold on. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not shout, Jennifer. I'm telling you why. Red Man's coming to town. We're going to go ahead and hang Red Man right here. Red Man has joined the stream, guys. Jennifer likes to talk all kinds of trash about other people and their disabilities. Jennifer, don't you remember your mental disability that had you seeing this Red Man? And I don't mean Santa Claus, guys. Talking about a red demon that was in her brain that had her hiding knives out of the kitchen, hiding them under her bed so she can slit Dad's throat at night. You've heard the story. You've all heard the stories. You've heard them from me. You've heard them from Jennifer. You've heard them from Dad. You know? Christopher says, yeah, Grandpa told the story about Red Man. I have 3 members of the family who are supreme extreme narcissists. Drove me to no con. Johnny Lingo, what is up, brother? Much love to you, Johnny. Guys, man, I'm about to be working here the first part of December, and I will have enough money to send Angry Grandpa to my sister, to his daughter. All of the kids are going to have a Grandpa plushie. And it's thanks to you, Johnny, and it's thanks to you, Ace, that we actually have him, man. You know, but yeah, Jennifer's disability almost killed Grandpa. Like Grandpa would tell us stories about waking up in the middle of the night, and Jennifer would be in the room with a knife on his throat. He's told you all that story, right? And that the voices in her head are telling her to kill Grandpa. And she's still dealing with this shit. You know, that kind of bullshit doesn't fucking leave. And in fact, it has gone unchecked for 18 years. Like Jennifer, before she turned 18, like she was accountable. You know what I mean? Like school systems, mainly the school system, you know, would constantly refer her to Department of Mental Health, you know. Well, once she turned 18, you know, it's really up to you. honestly. Like, they can't really make you go take pills and shit like that and get help. You know what I mean? So here we have Jennifer running around unchecked, and Michael has probably made sure that it's unchecked, you know, because as we all know, Michael exploits mental disabilities. He's done it with Dad's anger. Apparently, Dad was taking medication for bipolarism that I knew nothing about. But Michael would hide his pills. Dad had bipolar. Mom's got bipolar, multiple personalities. Jennifer has bipolar, multiple personalities. I remember she would tell us about a Rachel and a Rebecca. She had, well, she claims anyway. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, she's been going since she was 18 unchecked. Do you think that she takes her ass to the mental health facilities every 6 months? Do you think she goes once a month and gets her medications and shit? Bullshit. You think she sits down and talks to a psychiatrist who evaluates her? Jennifer don't want to be evaluated. She's afraid she'll be thrown in the fucking loony bin. Deb says, no way does she do it. Mm-hmm. Joe. She might be crazy, but she never said I'll rape kids like you have. I mean, it happened. And I've apologized for that, and I've had Isaac pay me donations and shit and accept my apology. You know, so as far as all that's concerned, like, it's over, bro. And I love it how you can sit there and bring, like I say, once again, people bring up my past. They're bringing up my past to try and attack me now. Like, I'm talking about everything that they're doing right now. The only reason I'm bringing up Jennifer's past is because it directly coincides and correlates with her future and her way she's acting right now. Jennifer is straight up acting just like, and even worse, she did whenever she was younger. Corin, what is up? How you doing tonight? Pat High says he has owned up to his mistakes in the past. They have not. There you go. I have been owned up. So whenever I tell this guy, oh yeah, I admit to that, that ain't the first time you've heard it. It sure shit ain't the first time you've heard it, and it ain't the first time that it ain't the last time that we're gonna let that they're gonna post videos about it and shit. You know, I just got to figure out a way to accept that and understand it and work with that shit in my life, and I did, and I have. Every time they post that video, like, yeah, that was me. That's who I used to be. I can look back at them days and be like, damn, you know, alcohol and drugs are hell. Alcohol and drugs will make you say and do the craziest shit. And that's what I want to land on right now, you know, is that, you know, Jennifer's talking about this woman losing her legs and stuff, you know. Isaac is trying to get like penis pictures out of Albert and stuff like that. Michael is choreographing it all. What kind of people act like that soberly? Like, literally. Whenever I would get drunk and wasted, I would talk shit about people's legs. Have a merry legmas, yada, yada, yada. And y'all would be like, holy shit, Charlie's messed up. Charlie's got to be drunk. Normal people don't talk and act like that. But apparently normal people talk and act like that in the Angry Grandpa circle. RP says, we all accept your apology. You're so much more matured now. You're sober and you have so much respect. I got loads of love for you and the respect you have had for my religion. Keep it up, bro. Oh, RP, yeah, what's up, man? Much love to you, man. Well, see, that's another thing. Like, Isaac, he did give me super chats, and he would accept my apology, and he would forgive me, and he would move on, right? And then he would later recant that apology, right? Well, it's not up to me, you know what I mean, to worry about whether you forgive me or not. You know what I mean? Whenever it comes to healing your own life and repairing your own life, you know what I mean? You've got to do it for yourself, and you've got to do it for nobody else. Because if I was doing this for Michael's life, for Michael's likes and Michael's love and Michael's acceptance, and if I was trying to change my life for Isaac's acceptance, and I really cared what they thought, guys, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I would not. I'd still be drinking. I'd still be getting fucked up, worried. Oh, I want them to like me. I am just a drunk, you know? Debbie says, forgive yourself first. Exactly, you know, and I have totally forgiven myself. And I'll tell you what has really helped me forgive myself, guys, is staying sober. You know what I mean? Getting sober and understanding, you know what I'm saying, that I am a different person sober than I am when I'm an alcoholic. And that was another thing. Like, I would go out and get drunk because I am this monster. You know, I was really controlled by the world's view of me. You know what I mean? I really was controlled by what you thought of me and what Michael said about me and whether y'all believed it or not. You know what I mean? And it would really take me just putting the bottle down and focusing on my damn self and my own problems, true problems, guys. You know what I mean? That's one thing about getting wasted when you're drunk. You know what I mean? When you're all whacked out on pills, when you're all twacked out on meth and shit, you know, you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking about the real issues at hand. You know what I mean? You're thinking about trumped up bullshit, you know? And you actually run away from those problems. You know, when I saw this GIF or this video on 9gag earlier. It was about this guy, stress, rage, drink, stress, rage, drink, stress, rage, don't drink, work. I don't know if y'all saw it or not. It was this dude. It was a foreign teacher, Charles Rowland. Thank you so very much, brother. I'm so awesome. And you can be awesome too, bro. Ah, cool. I'm so awesome, and you can be awesome too, brother. Much love, bro. Hey, man, I love that. You know, like every day you got to wake up and tell yourself, you know, that you're awesome, that you're wonderful, that you're beautiful. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's going to drive you to do and say just the craziest shit to look for that acceptance, to chase that clout. I hate that word. You know what I mean? Glory hounding. You know what I mean? Honestly, you know, just trying to build yourself up bigger than you really are. You know, and I really see Jennifer and Michael and them being, you know, stuck in that loop. You know, because social media is just that. It's a loop. It's a loop of likes and dislikes and views and comments and interaction on a daily basis. Once you wake up, it all starts this over again, you know, and you try everything you can to generate that loop of attention, you know. And that's what Michael and Jennifer and Bridget and Isaac and all those guys, anybody that is involved in the YouTube game, involved that, you know, that is involved financially, that rely financially on social media, they're the ones, they're stuck in that. It's almost like Groundhog Day. You know what I mean? Every single day they wake up and it's the same shit, and they try something a little new, and if that don't work, they go back. You know, and that in itself is like a hindrance to their growth. You know what I mean? You wake up every day and you're still just stuck. You know, you're starting over on likes and love and attention getting again, you know, and it just never really builds up, you know, especially with Michael now, you know what I mean? Because I guess, you know, I take that back. It does build up, but it never really goes nowhere. It's like amassing wealth and fortune, you know, at a certain point, you know, the true happiness in life eludes you, you know, because you're lost amongst fabricated existence, guys. That's what this is. I'm involved in it too. We're all involved in this right now. This fabricated existence, guys. Imagine back in 1970 and 1980, you know, and even, you know, 1990 when we were coming up, you know, like there was no internet. We weren't connecting through wires and cables. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Our friends were who we had, you know, and we amassed those friends through good deeds in life. You know what I mean? Through our walks and our interactions with each other in life. You know what I mean? And then the internet come along, and then bloop, we still have the ability to create those interactions with one another. You know what I mean? And create those meaningful relationships in the world. But we got this right here. And I mean, I like it. I love it. You know, it's a whole new reality, a whole new existence. You know what I mean? But it's a fabricated existence, you know? And if you don't have anything going for you outside of this, because, you know, that gets turned off. You close your phone up, you turn the internet off, you know, and then you are surrounded with your your real life. That's why so many people, you know what I'm saying, they'll be on the phone, they'll put it down, 3 seconds later, back on the phone. Put it down, 3 seconds later. You know, the separation anxiety. Because they start to feel more comfortable in that simulated society than they do the God-given created one that we all that we have known before the internet. Ace Man says we will all be electronic zombies one day. I'm just waiting for the human to computer interface to hook to our brains. Well, don't you know that it's already happened? 154 people here. Don't you know it's already happened? Elon Musk is working on that the neuro simulator. And I got to be honest with you, man, it's quite crazy, guys. Like, talking about it, like, they're not going to make you get it. No one's going to make you get this neural simulator, neural implant. But if you don't get it, you're going to be you're going to be behind. You're going to be left behind in society, And RP says, hey, I'm digging Bald Charlie. Check it out. Oh, my God. Dr. Hambone, thank you so much, bro. He says, social media is no different than getting fucked up. It's instant gratification, dopamine related. Well, if you go ahead, David Falls, thank you so much, man. Says, I was blind by Mike's lies. Now I see him for what he is. And everybody does. That's right. That's really why they're trying to discredit. They want to try to discredit and stop me now because, I mean, like y'all don't need me to point it out. Y'all have him, But when you got me out here truthful and sober talking about this, man, it really goes a long way. That's why Jennifer was trying to call me drunk today. But yeah, man, Dr. Hambone was talking about how, it is, man, this is like a drug, bro. And one of the creators of Facebook, one of the creators for the search algorithms, to hook you in even further, straight up and said it was it's like a shot, it's a dopamine shot, it's an addiction. And we all have it, even I got it, There are times I find myself looping. I'm like, holy shit, And I start to develop a separation anxiety from life, from the real world. After a couple of days of being stuck into this shit, like I would get stuck into these arguments with Michael and them for fucking days. And I kind of feel myself getting caught into that a little bit now, but it's a lot lower scale. Like, I'm not sitting here over dramatizing it, and getting fucked up and letting it ruin my life, I just feel like I have to talk about it right now because it's quite prevalent in my life, And but I live in the real world. You know what I mean? We all live in the real world. I'm not necessarily a vlogger or a YouTuber in the traditional sense anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I do my videos and stuff, and we go out and vlog and everything, but we also work. You know what I mean? Like, we also have separate lives. I've got friends and stuff, in town and stuff like that. People that we talk to and that we work with on a daily basis. We have our routines, and whenever I'm sitting here stuck with this shit, or I get stuck in an argument or something like that, you tend to find yourself almost in like autopilot, as it were, you're just going through the motions. And how many of y'all understand what I mean right now? Like autopilot, you're just going through the motions with your everyday life, and in your head, you're thinking about this conversation with so-and-so, or you're playing that video game. Guys, there's times I've been waking up at night, man, with this anxiety of climbing in and out of windows, man, because I've been playing so much fucking Jason. Is anything that you really just put way too much time and obsession into, that it tends to overrule your life, your world. Like I say, you're a zombie, like Ace Man says, and you're just living to get back on Facebook, or you're just living to YouTube again, or what have you. You're living the game again. And David Fald says Charlie is keeping it real. Thank you. I mean, that's all I try to do, man. Just try to be as real as I can, and hopefully you guys feel me. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. There was a thing that I've been suffering with for a long time in my life. I don't know how many of you y'all feel like that you're misunderstood? Like, how many of you out there have just at one point or another, or maybe more often than not, feel misunderstood? Like people don't get you. Like maybe you want to try to express exactly how you feel, and you can read, you've got it all written out in your mind, but you can't bring it out in words, or you hold these certain values that you just that everyone else around you doesn't seem to hold, or when you see back in the day, man, like for instance, I would I don't know. Like I just didn't feel understood, and it controlled me for the longest time, man. It would feed on like a certain amount of depression, you know what I mean? And I mean, like literally a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting there and I was almost kind of in it, like dealing with the whole politics shit. Everybody is fucking at each other's throats, and I'm almost kind of trying to be in the middle, talking, "Hey guys, come on, let's relax," while still having my own views, And then I was just like, man, like I was almost brought to tears through like a certain amount of frustration. You ever get that frustration that builds up into you, and you almost feel like the stinging and the welling coming up behind your ears just over a stupid frustration or something. I was getting that over not feeling understood and shit, And I was just sitting there looking up at the sky. It was nighttime, and I was just looking up at the stars and the moon and stuff. And I was out there for like a good 15 minutes just by myself, just feeling it. I was bleeding, And then I realized a thought hit me, And I was like, it's not that I don't understand. It's what is it? It's not that people don't understand me. It's that I don't fucking understand people. And like as soon as that fucking thought hit me, bro, it went from like, what the hell is wrong with me to okay. Okay, I can understand that. It's not that people don't fucking understand me. It's I don't understand people within me. I'm sure that people don't understand me, but they've got to figure out that existential crisis within themselves on their own. Me, myself, I don't understand people, and it just really just kind of calmed me down, and I was like, whew, because as I'm learning to realize that it's not my job to help people understand me, which sometimes it depends on what, it's not other people's jobs to help me understand them. And it's not my job to understand other people neither, and that's when I really just kind of woosah, woosah, just let it be, really just let it be, and move on, and that's what helped me get through the political season. That's what helped me get through those last few weeks of the political season. Democrat Charlie, are you a blood? Bro, I'm almost 40 years old, man. I don't gangbang. I don't fight. I do my best to stay out of trouble now. I just think it looks cool, huh? What do you think, man? It's kind of like a nice little accessory. Hold on. Check it out. Look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. Won't you tell me what you see? Hold on. Let's see if we can do this right. I'm about to do y'all the devil horns. Charlie's a gangster. Guys, I tell you, man, I used to be in a gang. I used to be in a local gang that they called themselves the Bloods, but we weren't Bloods. We were just kids. We were teenagers getting into fucking trouble. This looks more like rabbit ears than this looks more like freaking rabbit ears than devil horns. Yeah, got that Pac look going. What's up, Misty? I got that Pac going. Got Pac on my enemies. So, yeah, man. But like I say, I look back on those days now, man, and I'm just like, oh my fucking God. I just want to go and smack myself in the fucking face. I'll never forget it, guys. One time, man, I had my bandana on. I was 15 years old and going on 30, thought I was a pimp, right? And I had my homies up in the front yard. We all posted up. You know what I'm saying? My dad had to go down a couple of doors down and go talk to the neighbors, one of my friends' dads, right? And so they ended up having them a little powwow down there. My dad, his dad, and a couple other guys, while me, my homies were at the houses posted up, And I felt like I wanted to go get a lighter, right? check this shit out. This is the fucking worst, man. But hey, man, I'm truthful. You know, I'm willing to share my stories with you all if it helps. You know what I'm saying? Silver Surfer, what is up, brother? How you doing tonight? Or today, brother? So anyways, man, so I decided I got myself a big old fat cigar. Guys, oh my God. I had this big old fucking First Down jacket. I don't know how many of y'all remember First Down, but I had me this big badass First Down jacket, pitch black on the outside, bright ass orange on the inside. I was a killer in it. And I had my bandana on. I had me a cigar sticking. Oh my God. Let me show you guys. Oh, this is so fucking embarrassing, guys. But I mean, I don't give a shit. I tell y'all the truth, man. I had this fucking cigar, bro. Let's just pretend that this is the cigar. I had the cigar. I had the fucking cigar in my damn bandana. I like this, you know, fun, you know. I decided I need a light for my cigar. You know what I'm saying? So I walk over to where Dad is, to where the grown men are. All right, and let me tell you guys right now, straight up, okay. My friend Clifton, his little brother Chris is the one that got hit and killed by the car. Much love to you, Chris. Rest in peace, brother. But Clifton's stepdad, Tony, dude, was a big son of a gun, guys. He looked just like Ravishing Rick Rude, with the black hair and the big old push broom mustache, and he was a Marine. He had the freaking Marine logo on his. And also, by the way, 11/11. Thanks all Veterans Day. Go out there and thank a veteran for their kind service today, guys. If it wasn't for them, you know, we would not be able to sit here and enjoy these liberties that we enjoy today. Like I say, I may not be much of a politician. I may hate Democrats and Republicans and shit, you know, but I got much love to all of our armed forces that put their own lives and limbs on the line. So I can sit here and have a hot pocket and talk shit on YouTube. So thank you guys so very much. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going over there to talk to the grown men now, and I'm acting like I'm grown too, right? And like I say, Clifton's stepdad looked like fucking Ravishing Rick Rude, man, big motherfucker, looked like him. I swear to God, not as big, but looked like him, seriously. And I'm walking up, guys. I'm like, yo, Pop. Oh my God. Walking up, I got my hoodie up, or I don't have hoodie up, but I got my bandana, I got my fucking cigar, and I'm like, yo, Pops. And then I'm like they're like 3 yards in between us, you know, half-acre lots in between us. And so Dad can kind of hear me about halfway to him, and he's just like, oh God. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker calling me Pops in front of these people and all that shit, you know? And I'm like, yo, Pops, like, you can't fucking hear me? You know, and I walk right up to him. I swear to God, Dad, Tony, and like 2 other guys. And I pull out my cigar. I'm like, yo, Pops, you got a light? Oh, my God, guys. Whoo! So fucked up. I go, yo, Pops, you got a light? And Dad, he's embarrassed. Dad is fucking mortified, you know? Dad's like, just go away. Get the hell away. You know? Get the fuck away from me, man. What's wrong with you, man? We're talking, we're out here in public. Get the hell away, you know? And it offended me. My fucking blatant fucking thug ass fucking disrespectful shit, it offended me. Dad tell me, get the fuck on. And so I go to walk away, and I'm like, well, fuck you, you fat ass piece of shit, motherfucker. And I got about to motherfuck. And then Tony, oh, hell no, what? Rick Rude was in the fucking house, bro. And he said, you turn around and look at me right now, bro. And I did. I did just like a whoop. Just like that, bro. Here it is. Here it is. Haley, what is up? And I did it right there. And then this dude, he didn't stop right there. He grabbed my fucking shirt. And he brought me right there to his fucking face, dude. I don't want to twist up my shirt, but he twisted me up and brought me in right to his fucking face, bro. And he said, let me tell you one damn thing right now, boy. You think you a fucking hard ass? If I ever hear you talking to not just your father, but any person like that, or an adult like that. And I looked over at Dad. I swear to God, he jeeped me again. And he's like, your dad can't save you right now, bro. And I pissed my fucking pants. Not even gonna lie, bro. I pissed my flipping pants, guys. right there in front of my dad. Right there I felt like I might have been held in fucking air. This guy was so badass, dude. I walked back to my homies, shook, with pissy pants. Like, man, fuck that. And they saw it. They were laughing. Oh my, they were dead. My homie Clifton was literally on the fucking ground. Literally on the fucking ground in the dirt, laughing at me, bro. And I gotta say, man, I sit back and I think about them days, man, and dude, I just want to beat my own damn self. If I could find Tony right now, I'd buy him a beer or something, man. Be like, you know, thank you. I'm getting hot in here. Woo! I'd be like, thank you so very much, sir. You know, because, you know, I don't know. You know, like it didn't really stick with me. Sadly, it wouldn't stick with me. I would go on to commit crimes and be arrested for them. But yeah, I think about him now, and I'm like, there is somebody that was doing it right. You know what I mean? That saw something fucked up and they snapped to attention. You know what I mean? Like something like that would not fly today. You know what I mean? Like if that were to happen today, you know, my feelings were all hurt and shit like they were back then. You know, I said I walked back to the house butthurt as fuck. But you know, like like if somebody tried that today, I'd have had that motherfucker arrested. You know what I mean? How many, you know, it just doesn't happen today. Like it's another instance of being raised in a time and a place, you know what I mean, that molded me where I wouldn't have had that experience today. You know what I mean? But yeah, we were in a gang. Oh God. Democrats, we were in a gang. He says, tell us the story about Bridget's cousin. Well, I mean, there's not so much to tell about it. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all pretty much everything. Like, apparently they would mess around before her and Michael got together or something. They had a little thing kind of, there was already a history made. There was already tracks that had been laid. You know what I mean? So when Michael had pretty much like talked her into it, Michael said that they were about to do it, right? And that Michael went out the room to get something. I don't know what he went to do, but he went out the room to do something. And then Bridget came out the room as he was going to come back in the room and said that Bridget was like, huh, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Like, I guess maybe she felt differently about it now that she was older, maybe when they were kids, and maybe she felt like the ugly duckling or something like that, you know, that, you know, the emotions, you know, led her a different way, you know, but from the way he makes it sounds like she was having second thoughts, you know, and as he was walking back to the room, she met him in the hallway coming out the door, and she was like, what do I do? And said Michael straight up, what Michael told me was that he looked at her and said, get your fucking ass in the room right now. Then Michael like, you get that fucking room right now, you eat that pussy, we're doing this. and yeah, you know, like that was whenever I was living in the pool house too, because like I say, y'all remember the video. Let's see here, let me see if I can find it real quick. Pull up another tab. Memento. What's it? Bridget's best friend. Was that what it's called? Bridget's best friend. Friend. Oh yeah, Bridget's best friend 3 years ago. Michael's wearing a dress. Oh, I do remember that day. Holy shit, that was the day I saw Michael's balls. Oh my God, look, hold on. You see that? Hey, Michael, you remember that day that I saw your balls? That was the night that you had a threesome, huh? That was a good day for you, wasn't it? Oh, man. So, yeah, man, like, yeah. Yep. Damn, I guess that day I would see Michael's balls. He would dress up as Shannon, and he was sitting on the bottom step we were talking about something. He was sitting on the very bottom step out there at the awning by where he parks his cars, and he had his leg propped up. Remember that, Michael? Yeah, you had your leg propped up, and I looked down, man, and I just seen these fucking gargantuan balls, man, almost like somebody took my balls and smashed them with a hammer, like bam. It looked like if my hammers got smashed with a circus mallet. Miss Becky in the house. What is up? I'm not worthy. I don't know why I say that. But yeah, that's only that Michael's only got pancake balls because he's like 500 pounds. Connie Wample said elephantitis. He's got straight up pancake balls. Jeff says that's sick but funny. Honkler the clown says with a circus mouth. I swear to God, man, it looked like he had testicular cancer. So I'm like, you know, Randy when he walks around with his balls in the fucking the wheelbarrow. Stop. That was what Shannon needs to do. Shannon needs to walk around with her balls in a wheelbarrow. And then Michael would eventually have them big ass balls and Bridget's best friend just 12 hours later. Isn't it a wonderful world? Yeah, so that's what you wanted to know. Kid behind an iPhone, what is up? DT Ryder, what's up? Says, which looked worse, his balls or egg salad? I mean, there was no chance that I can eat his balls or that I was going to eat his balls no matter how much he liked me to. So I'm going to have to say the egg salad. Michael had some pretty balls. Exposed. Charlie saw Michael's balls and thought they were pretty. Actually, like I said, they looked like pancakes with algae on them. You know, the hairy algae. Honkler the clown says, Mike said you get back in that room and you get to eating. That's what he did. I swear to God. I swear to God, that's how he made it sound. That he was walking out and that Bridget came out scared, almost kind of like the deer in the headlights. And Michael's like, you get back in there and you dive face first onto your friend's vagina. Actually, Michael didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? Michael, we'll see. Because Bridget, I think, had more interest in the girls than the guys. You never seen Michael and Bridget have three-ways with guys. It's always with girls. I think Bridget is just interested in the female anatomy as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's just a gross sight. You know, it's a gross story. And yeah, I think that her and Michael were probably fighting over it. They were like, get off, it's my turn. All right, Bridget, get off. You had enough. It's my turn. How do you think about that? Definitely fighting over it. Was it like two hogs fighting over a pork chop? Drew says, you look like a crusty old onion. Crusty? Are you serious? Are we going to talk about crusty? Look at Michael's teeth. At least I don't have fucking crust in between my teeth. Michael's got that fucking crust on his forehead. Looks like he's been staring in the fucking microwave waiting for his Hot Pocket to cook. Too many years of just staring in the microwave while it's on has fucking rendered Michael's forehead burned. Future Lord Akeem, what is up, brother? Says a Mr. Green brother versus McJuggernuggets versus behind the camera versus Future Lord Akeem. Yeah. Oh, y'all like that, huh? Michael's burned his forehead staring at the microwave. Come on, Hot Pocket. Ooh, hold my beer. What is up, brother? Says, tell your minions stop timing me out. Ted Barris, YouTube MVP. All right, y'all let my man show Ted Barris some love. It's actually freaking hot in here. What time is it? I've been on here an hour. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, man. It is freaking hot, and I'm hot. Let me get a fan. Hold on 1 second. And I'm gonna change my pants. Woo! I just got naked, and I'm not afraid of it. I'm naked and unafraid. Naked and unafraid. Woo! Come on. Oh yeah. Loki. All right. Shit, I can't get my shirt right. And I'm gonna open the front door too. It's really not that cold outside though. There's rain coming through right now. Oh, how about that, guys? I feel so much better. There is rain coming through, bringing a cold front, but it's not here yet. So, Ace Man, hold my beer. Ace Man, hold my beer. Who did we used to? What did we used to game on? Bobo Buckishian. Dirt Bike Rider. Look up 2 million subs. Hate comments. Hold my beer says Charlie. You don't play GTA anymore. Not really, man. Like I got on for a minute this morning, but I just rode around for a second, spun the wheel, and got off. I've mostly been playing Jason. I'm really big on that game right now, and I'm kind of a casual gamer. You know what I mean? I don't really particularly get on and just jam the fuck out, you know, for hours at a time. You know, I'll get on like Jason or whatever. I'll play 2 matches and then I'll stop for a couple of hours or something. You know. So yeah, man, but I've still got $22 million in the bank on GTA. I've got every single new car. I've got about 5 glitched outfits. I've got like 20 glitched out cars with the Benny's wheels and stuff. Yeah, I got all that shit. Everything, bunkers, arcades, all that. Tan May, you out, bro? Have a great one, man. Much love to you. Thank you for always riding for me, Tan May. Saw some comments the other day or whatever, bro. People are hating Tan May, man. Tan May has made a name for himself. He's got to go back to bed. What the fuck? What time is it there? It must be like 3 in the morning or something if you're going back to bed. Unless you're sick. In which case, rest easy, homie. We love you. Woo. We're getting choked out right there. Nobody knows says it was weird watching Mike show your mom yesterday. She's staying in this rundown trailer and still Mike can't even do something about that. It really rubs me the wrong way. You know, I didn't see the video. I haven't saw it. But I did hear Mike say something. He let mom say something about finding a place, said that she's looking for a new place and shit like that. Which might indicate that Michael's going to go ahead and get mom a little apartment or something. In which case, I did it. In which case, you're welcome, mom. You know, it seems like I've got to call Michael out in order for him to do the right fucking thing. You know, like I called him out on mom's teeth. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, mom's got teeth. You know, I've called him out here for, you know, making mom live with Uncle Bobby, driving the bus to fucking work, or not to work, to go find work. Mom's got to take 3 transfers a day. 3 buses, 2 transfers each day just to get downtown. And she's been living like that ever since they falsely accused mom of attacking the boys with a knife. God, that's what I was getting back on earlier, you know, like it is so fucked up, you know, that they would call the police and tell the police that mom chased the boys around with a butcher knife and tried to kill the boys. And the police would forcefully remove mom from the home and put her in a psych ward, a mental institute for like 90 days. And then she would get out and stay with my Uncle Bobby. They put her through all that just to bring her back. Jennifer wants to go out for her birthday. Jennifer, the one that called the police and said, yes, my mom is trying to kill my boys with a butcher knife. She gets right back on that phone a week ago and says, hey, mom, can you come watch the boys and clean my house while I go out and have fun on my birthday? Isn't that messed up? And then all of a sudden you see Michael doing a video and grandma's at AGP's house. Grandma's at Jennifer's house cleaning up the place for Jennifer while she's out there on her birthday. Mom's sitting there cleaning up the very place she got tossed out of forcefully by the police, who believed that she chased her nephews around with, or her grandkids around with a butcher knife. Who remembers that? How does that make you feel, Jennifer? You called the police on your own mother and accused her of chasing your boys around with a butcher knife to have her removed from the house because you couldn't live with her no more. That's all it was. Jennifer her and mom were arguing and butting heads. So Jennifer decides to call the cops. She pulls in, she takes a page out of Isaac's book, calls the cop. She's killing me. She's gonna kill her grandkids. And here she is 6 months later. Mom, will you come watch the boys and clean my house? If mom really, just like me, if I'd done everything that I said that they did, if mom had really chased them boys around with a butcher knife and tried to kill them, do you think that they'd be at the house? She'd be at the house watching them last weekend? And if so, what kind of judgment is that? I understand you're my mom, but if you really did something like that, like, you can't be around my kids. Like, you can't. Absolutely not. So which is it? Dirt Bike Rider says, man, that is some bullshit. It is some bullshit. It is highly fucked up. And then they would try and keep it hidden. They would keep it under wraps. They wouldn't tell a fucking soul about it. I would have to find out. I found out right after mom got out of the mental ward and went to Uncle Bobby's house, mom could start texting again. And I started talking with mom and I found out what the fuck went down. And that's when I blew it up. And they didn't say a word about it until I brought it out. What the fuck do y'all do to my mom? And the next thing you know, Isaac's live. Can I tell him, Jennifer? Can I tell him, Jennifer? Okay, everybody. Okay, guest mob, listen up. Angry grandma tried to kill her grandkids. My mom still cries over that shit. I've got the text messages with mom not even a week and a half ago. I'm not trying to damn bring mom out on anything. But damn, she still cries about it and wishes that y'all would come forward and just tell the world that she did not do that to her boys, her grandbabies. And you know, by y'all bringing her back to the house and having her watch just because Jennifer needs a babysitter to go out on her birthday, I think that pretty much tells everybody that mom didn't do it. What do you think? Do you think that you'd really chance another incident like that with a highly unstable mother just so that you can go out for the weekend for your birthday? I said I wouldn't. Brandon Lejeune says absolutely not. Homeless Thoughts says phase boss fucking idiot. I was just thinking that. Oh man. Nobody knows says I highly doubt anything that comes out of their mouths. Couple Prank says Michael is just fat, just like his fat lies. Almost says imagine believing shit. Really, imagine believing Michael and them's they're fucking dumbass stories now. Like, honestly, imagine being so fucking gullible that you actually buy into their shit now. You know, like I say, they're I'm just waiting for damn H3 to put Michael's ass on content court. That's what I'm waiting on. H3, get it done. You know, we would see H3 did it to the quartering. It was mainly because the quartering has done a lot of videos about H3. But nevertheless, you know, that just goes to show me that H3 won't. He doesn't mind going down below him. You know, H3's got 6 million. Michael's got 2 million. So it felt to me like H3 wouldn't reach down low enough like that, you know. But maybe, you know, and I'm just hoping and praying, you know. It just takes the right person. You know, I've been sitting here ringing the bells, you know what I mean, blowing the horn, you know, blowing the whistle for the last 3 years, as it were, you know. But it just takes the right person, honestly, you know. London Luke, what's up? Says them kids have it hard. Mike has put all the bad parts of their lives online for everyone to see, and they have no privacy. They can't live normal. It must be hard, like getting a job, friends, etc., etc. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, it obviously is, because as you see, them boys are living a rough life. You know what I mean? You know, we don't have to sit here and speculate, you know, whether Michael and Johnny and them have lived a hard life or not, because you've all seen them live this hard, rough, tumble life. You know what I mean? You're watching their mother go through these internet dramas once every few months. You know, you're watching their moms. They're watching their moms go through this mental breakdown once a year. You know what I mean? They're watching their mothers and their uncles, you know, just constantly engaged daily in online beefs and battles. You know what I mean? While they're just pretty much thrown to the wayside. You know, they're giving money. Oh, well, I mean, well, what? That's fine. You know, how many children have you seen money ruin? You know what I'm saying? Rich parents, you know, or neglectful parents, you know, rather than sitting down and doing something with the fucking kid, they just throw them off a couple of 20s. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. You know what I mean? Go have fun. Leave me alone. And eventually these kids get themselves into some serious trouble, you know? And unfortunately, you know, we see JC and Johnny are living examples of that. They are fleshing out those stories. We are watching their stories flesh out before our very eyes, you know, unfortunately, in going in the wrong direction, you know. And you know, Jennifer and Michael and even mom, you know, they can sit there and they can blame JC and they can blame Johnny all they want. But the sad facts of the matter is, you know, you are the ones that failed them children. You know what I mean? You know, they have been led astray because they haven't been led at all by you. You know, they're being led by, you know, by the internet. They're being led by friends. They're being led by their own emotions. And don't we all know that a child's emotions, you know, are, you know, bad news. I mean, they're hard to handle. They're not bad news, but they're very hard to handle, especially with an undeveloped brain. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So for you to sit there and say that these kids, you know, destroyed their own lives and they haven't even really been able to create their lives yet, you know what I mean? Well, that's just a testament of your lack of interest in helping them create any sort of life. You know what I mean? And you're pointing out the fact that you were not involved in their lives whatsoever. You know what I mean? Because but in order to sit there and attack them for their guiding and where JC is right now at 18, the boy is still 18 years old, and for you to sit there and attack him and bring him down like y'all did and just put all the blame on him, you know what I mean, is to take yourself and any responsibility that you may have had in his life whatsoever, you know, and just pretty much separate it, you know, and also it speaks to your lack of, you know, being there in his life. Because if you were in his life, Michael, if you did have enough interest in his life, Jennifer, you know what I'm saying, then maybe he wouldn't be where he is today. You know, maybe if my mom and dad had more of an interest in my life growing up, they didn't give a shit what I did. It got to the point, you know, once I hit 15, like dad's like, I can't do nothing with them, whatever, do what you want, I don't care. You know, that's why I was expelled at 15 and I was roofing. I was humping shingles up the ladder, 15 years old. 16 years old, fucking getting drunk with 40-something-year-old crackheads. Never smoked the shit myself, but I would sit there every Friday night, watch these motherfuckers burning crack, waiting for the boss man to show up with the paycheck. You know? Not having to answer dad. I didn't have a fucking cell phone. There was no cell phones back then. I got home when I got home. I left when I left. You know? And look, you know, now next thing I know, I turned 19 in prison. You know? And I mean, I'll admit, you know what I'm saying, I was a handful. Quite frankly, you know, it would have been a very hard job to discipline me, you know, but it wouldn't have been impossible. It wouldn't have been impossible to discipline me. It wasn't like I was fucking Bill Goldberg. It wasn't like I was fucking Edward Furlong or Jeffy Dahmer or something. I was little Charlie Green. I was a you know, rambunctious and rebellious 13-year-old, 14-year-old boy. You know? Just like JC and Johnny. They're just rambunctious, full of energy, pent up confusion. They don't have a father, you know, their mother doesn't want to be with them and stuff. Those boys have grown up in such horrible situations and stuff. They needed you, Michael. Jennifer, they need you now, Jennifer. They don't need you taking up for your boyfriends. Oh, well, he's a grown man. All because JC wants to try to defend his mom while she's getting beat up by her boyfriend. He gets kicked out of the house and told that he killed grandpa, and then told to shut up on Facebook about it. Isn't that about right? Chrissy says, you can't ever give up on your kids. We're going to hide you. There you go. That's what I do to people I don't like anymore. You don't have to think it. Chrissy says, you can't ever give up on your kids. And that, facts. Never give up, man. I guess Dad never maybe gave up hope. But quite frankly, Dad evolved into a different man when y'all knew him. Me growing up, like Dad was a violent alcoholic, quite frankly. You know what I mean? I was abused almost on a daily basis. Dad was, his anger was well out of check, as well as his addictions. And I mean, that was a different man I grew up with than the man that you all would know, and what was I getting at? I saw something there. Yeah, like, so like whenever I was younger, it was almost like a give up. That I swear to God, like here was a certain whatever. I still got these two down here, and he would coddle and pamper and spoil Michael and Kimberly. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't even graduate college. Michael and Kimberly don't even have a high school diploma. They got pulled out of school in like 6th grade for some like ACE program, and Dad was supposed to homeschool them, but never even did that. Just gave them whatever they wanted, and yeah, like he would try and make amends with them. He tried to make amends with me by doting on the other kids, I feel, But as Dad got older, he would express to me, signs of love and warmth and hope. You know what I mean? And then he'd tell me whenever I'm at my lowest and shit like that, like after I got my hit and run drinking, drinking and driving. I got hit with a drinking and driving one time. And I thought I was about to lose every damn thing, and I called Dad up. I hadn't talked to Dad in like 2 fucking years, and then somehow I had his number, and I called Dad up and I told him what was going on. And I mean, like I said, we hadn't talked in 2 fucking years, but he would tell me that he loved me and that he hopes that I can, we'll do better, and that he knows I can, and he just hopes that I would try, And there had been numerous instances like that, where he would actually reverse. Because younger, I swear to God, guys, younger, I mean, whatever, I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna amount nothing to no goddamn way. Like, it was nothing for Dad to tell me that, you know what I mean? You ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Quit goddamn trying, Bo. And so it was, it really stuck with me, you know what I mean? To see like how Dad's grandkids and how just time changed Dad, you know what I mean? And, I hold on to those talks that we had as adults, you know what I mean? There's also a certain language barrier that you can't attain. You can't meet your father on when you're a kid trying to discuss your problems with him, quite like when you're an adult, you know what I mean? I'd had numerous talks with my dad about, fucked up things going on in my life, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to see my daughter, you know what I mean? Not being able to quit drinking, DUIs, and Dad, he relates because Dad lived the same life that I live, you know what I mean? Like, people would like to sit there, and people like to bring up Skylar and shit like that, and where's your daughter, yada yada yada, but little do they know, they forget that there are so many people out there in the world, man, that are affected by broken relationships, you know what I mean, where husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend can't get along, and thus the children are suffer from it, and Dad went through himself. He was no stranger to that, you know what I mean? He would end up getting into it with his first wife's mother. They wouldn't get along, and he would pretty much be forcefully removed from Alabama and forcefully removed from his own daughter's life, and he wouldn't see his own daughter until she was 18 years old. almost 18 years old. I remember mom would actually find Dawn Michelle in Alabama and would secretly message her, secretly writing Dawn, setting up a meet for dad for Christmas. And swear to God, Dawn was like 16 years old, maybe 17. She already had a kid of her own. And it was either his birthday or Christmas morning. Mom gave him this flat little rat package that he opened up, and there was a letter from his daughter. That's about to give me fucking chills, bro. That almost made me cry right there, dude. He would actually open it up, and it'd be a letter from his daughter that he hadn't talked to in like like 16 years, you know. And mom said that he would cry about it at night. You know, he'd tell her there'd be nights that it would weigh on him, you know, it would weigh on him, it would hurt him, and he'd tell her, I just want to see her, you know, I wonder where she is, yada yada yada. And then lo and behold, mom found out through grandma, you know, where Dawn was at and stuff, and set up a meet and greet, and dad opened it up. Cried like hell, and 2 weeks later he'd met his daughter for the first time, you know. And you know, like he related with that hurt with me, you know, like that was a thing that fueled my alcoholism for a long time. We got 156 people here, telling you all, man, like there's nothing like the hurt, you know, of loss, you know, and the longing of a loved one, you know what I mean, that can really lead you to just continue to ruin your own life, you know. Nothing like not being able to see a child, you know, uh, um, you know what I mean, just to really fuck your whole life up, your whole mentality, you know, your sense of happiness and joy, you know. And dad saw that, and dad related with me on that, you know, a hard way, you know what I mean, in a very deep and emotional way, you know. And you know, dad did try, you know, like he brought me in whenever I was going to go to rehab and change, you know, he brought me in, you know what I mean. I would start helping out with the videos and watching the boys, you know, and cleaning up the house in return for, you know, child support. They would pay my child support and stuff for me. And I remember one time we had to go talk about not a renegotiation, but why I was behind on my child support, you know, because I was living with my Uncle Bobby, you know, and I wasn't finding any work. And the bills were adding up, man. My child support was getting behind. And, you know, that's why I decided to do something about it, you know. So when I moved into dad's house, I was already behind so much that that they locked me up for it. You know, they really did. And you guys didn't see me for a little bit because of that. And it was because my demons had caught up to me right as we met, you know. And I remember before the court date, before the court happened, I would actually see my ex outside and my daughter. And then we would go, and she would come over and talk to dad and say hey to your grandpa and stuff like that. And dad would shed a few tears, you know, and he'd give her some money, and he would tell her that he's going to do everything he could to help me get back on my feet. And you know, so we can have Skylar. He wanted Skylar back in our lives and stuff. I really don't feel like at that point Skylar's mom was really interested in that. But you know, it was really nice and wonderful to see dad express that kind of love and concern, you know, for, you know, not only his granddaughter or his grandchild, but for my daughter. You know what I mean? It really felt like dad was offering like a certain amount of love and gratitude and newfound kindredship kind of to me in a way, you know, through my daughter and shit, you know. And I held on to that, you know, held on to that for a lot. And you know, I'm thankful for those few years that me and dad actually did have together before I left. You know what I mean? There were times that we didn't get along. Like I said, me and dad were so much alike, you know what I mean, that obviously, naturally, you know, just anybody living with anybody for long amounts of time or whatever, you tend to breed a certain amount of friction between the two of you, even if you're peaches and cream, you know what I mean? Even if you're, you know, north and south of a magnet, or however the fuck the magnets work. You're one side, they're the other. But you know, even then you're going to develop a certain amount of friction, you know. And being me and dad being so much like one another, there were times it was difficult. I would have to go head out. You know. But more than that, you know, we had conversations, You know, like in the mornings, dad would wake up in the morning with me. You know what I mean? Because he was just an old fart. Old farts wake up early. But I would get the boys ready for school every single morning, you know. And after they would go to school, almost every morning, me and dad would have a quick little 10, 15 minute, 20, sometimes 20, sometimes even 30 minutes. Sometimes once or twice, dad even took me off with him. Dad would always be like, you want to go off with me tomorrow? You got to be up early, you know, but then he'd see you up early and he'd sneak off. He'd leave without you. Dad secretly liked going off on his own in the mornings. But once or twice, he actually, like, me and him were getting along so well, he took me with him, you know. But, you know, more often than not, man, you know, we would at least have like a little 10, 15-minute conversation, you know, just about whatever, you know what I mean? Whether it was stuff bothering me. That was one thing that dad would always ask, like, for the longest until the end, whenever things kind of got bad, you know, he noticed that I was taking medications and stuff like that, you know, and Tina was Tina was a real big problem between me and dad. You know what I mean? That Tina saw that me and dad were getting along, and Tina did everything she could to separate that bond between me and my dad, you know, and that's why I'll forever dislike Tina. You know what I mean? And I can stop calling her Tuna. You know, I saw somebody said earlier, you know, could you please stop calling her Tuna, you know? And I can call her Tina, you know, because calling her Tina is just, calling her by her God-given name is just as bad as me saying Tuna, honestly, you know. And you know, and like I said, that's one main reason why I've always, you know, had that thing against her, because like if it wasn't for Tina, me and dad would have been a whole lot closer, you know. Unfortunately it didn't work out that way, and I try not to pine over it, you know. Like I say, I'm just thankful and stay thankful and mindful of the times that I did have with dad. And those mornings, like I said, dad, he would ask me, you all right? How you feeling? Especially whenever I first started there, you know what I mean? Dad kind of treated it almost like a rehab. He told me, I'm going to be your accountability, Bo. And I would go on to not drink for like a year and a half at dad's house. You know, that's why I try not to celebrate this victory right here too much, because quite frankly, you know, I'm 6 months sober. What, in another week probably I'll be 6 months sober, but it's still not my longest stint. You know, I went a year and a half with dad, maybe even longer, without a drink, you know. So at any moment it can happen, you know. But dad was there as my accountability. I do give myself a little bit of a pat now because I'm my own accountability. Well, I got Erica, whatever. Dad was my accountability then, and he was proud of it, you know. And he'd ask me every morning, you know what I'm saying? Dirt bike rider says pancake balls. Y'all like that pancake balls, don't you? But yeah, man, damn, like dad would wake up and, how you feeling, Bo? What's on your mind? You know, and I mean, you know, I would tell him, I'd be honest with him, you know. A lot of times nothing much would be on my mind, quite honestly, you know. I was one time dad moved me in over there with him. It really felt like, you know, everything was kind of relaxed and evened out in my life for a while, you know. But yeah, I still hold on to that stuff, you know. And you know, I'm just like my dad as well. I wake up every morning nice and early. I like to go out for rides by myself, you know. And in those mornings, I sit there and think about dad. Quite honestly, I'll think about dad, and I'll think about those mornings that we had, those talks, and I'll still have a talk with him sometimes, you know. I'll talk to the plushie, you know, or I'll look at a picture of him or something, you know, and I'll sit there and I'll talk with him, and it's just like he's here with me, you know. And yeah. And you know, as long as I feel good afterwards, you know, after I've had that meditation time with me and dad, you know, and as long as I feel good after that talk, you know, it just, you know, makes me, I feel like everything is right, you know. I'm doing everything right, you know. And yeah, you know, I let that kind of shit, you know, mold me and build me into being a better man. You know, that's where I shared a picture earlier. You know, like I've been kind of like going after Jennifer and Michael here the past couple of days, and you know, and just focusing on negativity and negative ass people like that, just focusing on them, you know what I mean, will create a certain negative damper on your own life, you know what I mean? And and so yeah, I've been kind of trying to figure out a way to kind of push myself out of that negativity, you know what I'm saying? Try to remember, because I've let this happen to me so many times. You know, have I let negative, horrible people turn me into a negative, horrible person with them, you know? And that's where here I am now, you know, like expressing my feelings and talking about what's going on and everything, while not letting it make me angry, you know? Whereas, you know, Jennifer's going to go around and talk about amputees needing legs for Christmas, you know, and it only making her look bad, you know what I mean? I may dislike Tina, but I'll, you know, not say nothing negative about her, you know, or nothing negative about a generality about her, you know, something about her that you know, so many more people are, you know, suffer from, you know what I mean? When in fact there are, you know, so many more character flaws that she holds that you can really go after, you know, as opposed to the disabled aspect of it. And that's what makes Jennifer look bad, you know, and that's what used to make me look bad. You know, I'd get angry and I'd get wasted and I'd just pop off at the mouth, and people would just be like, damn, man, really? Like, you're a bad person, Charlie. You know, and I get it, you know, especially seeing now. Charles Rowland says, Charlie, trade cryptocurrency. You will stay too busy and not worry about them. Cryptocurrency. I'll have to look into that. Is it like with the Elon Musk cash? What are those things called? Oh shit. Oh, I don't know what those are called again. Oh, it feels like the rain is coming back. Bitcoin, that is it. Bitcoin. Yeah, supposedly one Bitcoin is worth like $1,200 or something like that. Yeah. I'll be all right soon, man. I start working December. They didn't exactly give me the specific date, but they did say December. So I'm looking forward to getting back to work, quite honestly, man. Like I say, man, just sitting around getting all stir crazy and shit. I honestly, you know, I don't see how people fucking do it, man. So yeah, I'm searching Twitter right now, seeing what's going on. Jennifer decided to shut up about me. Let's see. Cleanup guy, what's he got going on? Oh yeah, okay. So here's Tina. Here's Isaac talking crap about Tina, trying to tell everybody that Isaac pushed Tina down the stairs. Let's see here. What else did he say? Tina made Albert drop out of school. Oh my god! Like, who actually believes Fatty anymore? Who actually legitimately believes Isaac's bullshit anymore, man? Like. And he's saying this without any sort of proof or nothing, anything. And he's not even using any doctored up, fucking screenshots or anything like that. It's pathetic. So, oh, here's Michael. Look here. Here's the picture of Mom standing in front of Uncle Bobby's shitty, filthy little trailer. Holy crap. I feel for Mom. I feel for her. She's got to go. She's got to live in her brother's trailer. But don't you know Jennifer's doing the same thing? She's living in her brother's trailer that's falling down around her. And like I said, it sounds like perhaps Kimberly is moving back in soon. I don't know that for a fact, but apparently Jennifer's been talking with somebody that has been talking with somebody who's been talking with us. And apparently, you know, I've heard from other people, other sources too, that they're getting a divorce. But I just heard that Kimberly was actually going to be moving back to Charleston, which would make sense why Mom said that she can't move back to Columbia or New York anymore, because Kimberly's moving back down here. So that'll be just another sister living in her brother's house, you know. While here I am doing my thing. once again. Corbin says, tell me some old stories about grandpa. I'm actually about to be getting off here in a minute, man. Like, I'm getting hungry. It's 1 o'clock. The rain has started back up again, so I think I'm going to go hang out with the rain a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to hang out with y'all a little bit, man. I got an hour and a half through the day. Thanks to you all. I appreciate that, man. Lorraine Davidson says, hey, Charlie, bloody disgusting. Your mom in that place. I'm so sad for her. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it is a tragedy. It is a dead ass tragedy, and especially being that mom can't, even feel a certain type of way about it, like instance. Y'all know why mom got her car repossessed, right? Y'all know why mom doesn't have her car anymore, right? It's because while Michael and Jennifer had her locked up in jail and then in the a mental home, she couldn't afford to pay for the car anymore, and it got impounded, or she couldn't afford to pay some parking tickets, or her car got impounded. She couldn't pay for it. When she got out of jail, the bill was so fucking high that she couldn't afford to pay for it. Michael wasn't going to foot the money over to get the car out of the impound lot, and mom didn't have it, so she had to let it go. Now, mom is stuck in this position without a vehicle, and she cries to me about how she doesn't have a vehicle to get around and stuff like that. And I told her, ask Michael, and she's like, well, no, he's done enough. And I told her, I was like, yeah, he has done enough. He is the reason that your car's gone in the first place. Him and Jennifer are the reason that you don't have your car. They're the reason that you got put in a mental home. You know what I mean? For 90 days and couldn't take care of your responsibilities. It's their fault for lying on you and destroying your life. Yet they're not responsible for getting your car out of impound. What do y'all think? Brandon Lejeune, you enjoy your afternoon too, man. Like I say, I'm not going to dwell on it too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I won't come on here with another live stream talking all kinds of shit about it for a few more days, because like I say, all that negativity and drama and bullshit is just, it's not good for the soul, and y'all really see me doing so much better. You know what I mean? Whenever I shake my family away, whenever I shake Michael and Jennifer and Kimberly to the side, I'm out here living such a positive, wonderful life. You know what I mean? And the only time that y'all really see me entertain any form of negativity is whenever it is channeled my direction from my own family. You know what I mean? And that's got to be the most telling thing of all. You know what I mean? The only problems and the only negativity and the only friction in my life right now is my family. The only time y'all ever see me seem to have my hackles raised or feel concerned or come out here and rant a little bit, is whenever family is spillover from the family. It's when Michael's accusing me of writing letters in the mailbox. You know what I mean? It's when Jennifer is trying to fake a haunting. If y'all see, Jennifer's got a picture of the fucking Jennifer's got a video on her Twitter right now. Let me show you guys. This is like pathetic. Jennifer's trying to say that Jennifer's trying to say pretty much insinuate that Grandpa is haunting her house right now. Let me see here. Where do we go? Here it is. Let's see this right here. This is so fucking pathetic. Let me show you guys. Look at this right here. She's not even showing the top. Let's click it. She's not even showing the top of this thing right here.
Like there was nothing there. Look, Jacob.
Look, she's not even showing the top of the fireplace poker right there, where she's literally just doing it herself. And she's still trying to say that, trying to insinuate that Grandpa is haunting her. Grandpa would haunt Jennifer's ass. He hates her so damn much. He's watching her fail those boys. Those boys, not once did those boys go to jail or have to go back to the mental home or anything while Dad was watching them. While I was watching them, those boys never went to jail on my watch. Now Jennifer doesn't give a fuck. Half of her kids are locked the fuck up. And you know that's got to piss Grandpa off. Nikki Mahafferty says she's swinging it. Dirt Bike says that's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen. Rebecca Spratling says don't allow them to steal your peace. And you're right, you know. That's where I've still got to learn this balance. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like perhaps maybe I've been going too hard on it the last couple of days. You know what I mean? When really, I honestly don't have to say anything. You know what I mean? You just go look at their comments on their YouTube and on their Twitter whenever it's not heavily moderated, and you'll see that people are calling them on their shit every day. You know. Yeah, I really don't have to say anything, but I feel like I should sometimes, you know. So this is where I'm finding a balance on it. You know, I gotta figure out a way, you know, to not let it get myself worked up, you know, because quite frankly, things like that video, Jennifer swinging the thing, trying to say Grandpa is haunting her and stuff, that pisses me off more than almost anything, you know. Thinking about whenever they said that I pushed my little friend Chris in front of the car to get hit and killed by the car, that pisses me off more than anything. You know, people can say whatever they want about me, you know what I mean? But whenever they start controlling the way that you look at my friends or my family, people that I care about, then it kind of aggravates me, you know? I've got to learn to kind of be easy about it, because at the end of the day, it's not hurting me, right? Like, it's not physically or emotionally or mentally affecting my life in any way, shape, or form. Well, mentally, if I let it, right? But them talking shit about Tina, it only makes them look bad. It doesn't affect my life. It doesn't make y'all say, damn, Charlie, you're bad. You know, that's bad. You shouldn't be saying shit like that, you know? So that's where I've got to learn just to have a buffer going there, you know what I mean? And I don't know. You know, it's a work in progress, you know, as it were. Like I say, I mainly did this video today just to show you that I haven't been drinking. There you go, Jennifer. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? You know? And yeah, you know, I feel like that was a win. As long as I didn't get on here and all like, oh, fuck's been and been drunk, indeed drunk, you know what I mean? That it was a win, you know? And you know, I really don't have to prove anything to them. We all know that shit, you know. But I just like to, I like to prove to you in order to shove in their faces, and that's wrong too, you know. You shouldn't do things to rub in people's faces. You know, I'm constantly dealing with these crises, these internal wars. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, I still got my dad's anger and shit, and part of me wants to get out there and be like, blah 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 blah, this, that, and the third. You know, but I know it's not right. You know what I mean? And I fight it. I've got to fight that urge sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Not to just make myself look like an ass with the rest of them, because that's all I would be doing if I were to come out here and you know, really went a whole different way with the whole man thing and just talked about Jennifer making love to him or something and whatever, you know, talking about her kids, you know, it just made me look just as bad as her, quite honestly, you know. So I'm glad that I didn't do that. I feel like I came out here and I expressed myself once again. I feel like I expressed myself level-headedly, coherently, and confidently. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, that there's at least one or two more people, you know, that are swayed, you know, my way from watching this video today. You know, from watching me go live and exhibit some form of restraint. You know what I mean? You know, show you all that there is a different Charlie. You know what I mean? That I can come out and I can express how I feel, you know, without stinging emotion or chemically induced confidence. You know what I mean? In other words, I'm not getting all drunk and coming out here cursing and shit like that. You know, I'm out here being very mature. You know, I feel like I've done this very, very maturely. You know, while there, I don't know, the drama is never deemed mature, but you're all, you know, mature people will engage in drama until the very end time. That's just fact. You know, drama and conflict is just an unfortunate part of our life and our reality. You know, and it's how we address and how we handle, you know, those situations. So I feel like I've handled that very well today. What do you guys think? Edgar Garcia says, Charlie, do you watch wrestling? I'm watching The Rock right now, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I've got the Rock documentary going right now, and it talks a little bit about a story and then leads into matches. I just watched Rocky Maivia, small package, Hunter Hearst Helmsley to win his very first Intercontinental Championship. Super cool. I just watched Owen Hart almost beat The Rock for the championship, but then China came in. And I don't know if y'all remembered, Owen Hart had The Rock in the sharpshooter, and The Rock was just about to tap out. And all of a sudden, China runs in with a baseball bat and bat. Oh, how do you like that, fat? Look at that. Anyway, bat hits him right in the back, man, and Owen Hart wins by a disqualification. And yeah, that's where I am right now. So London Duke, thank you so much, says you're definitely the most mature and most interesting to listen to. I can't watch Mike or Isaac that act like little kids. I mean, yeah, and unfortunately it's taking a toll on their kids, you know what I'm saying, because these guys just will not grow. They will not move on. They will only embrace drama and negativity, you know what I mean? And like I say, drama and negativity is never going to win. You know what I mean? And I'll pray for you guys. I'll pray for you, Jennifer. I'll pray for you, Michael. I know that you don't believe in God yourself, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I believe in something out there. I'm not sure if it's God, if he's a man. Well, I mean, God says he made man in his own image, but you know, there's some kind of alien out there, some kind of force that has created all of us, and can do things, you know what I mean? And I will pray to this force, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, that he will do something with you, Michael, that he will do something with you, Jennifer, that, and not bad neither, you know what I'm saying? I really hope that you guys, you know, that you will grow up, you know what I'm saying, that you will learn to conduct yourselves, you know what I'm saying, in a more mature and compassionate way. Like y'all have no compassion, you know what I'm saying, Michael? You're in such a position to help so many people, you know what I mean? But you just don't have that empathy anymore. You know, Michael would always talk about he's an empath. How many of y'all remember Michael like, I'm an empath. I'm an empath. I feel other people's emotions. I feel what other people are going through. But he has no problem terrorizing people. If he can truly and honestly feel what they're going through, then he must be a glutton for punishment, because he is making himself feel like shit. He makes himself feel like on a daily basis by attacking those that he channels that energy through. You know what I'm saying? Lorraine says Mike is no sincere. Rebecca says Mike has never been an empath. Dynasty says the only thing he cares about is views. Seriously, who remembers when Michael was, I'm an empath, or had Bridget, I really think my husband Michael's an empath. He's an empath. If you were an empath, you wouldn't be putting people what you're putting them through. Lardo says Mike can feel when other people are hungry and eats for them. I get it. Okay. That was a good one, Lardo. I enjoyed that. Oh man. But anyway, like I say, I've got to at least keep myself in check. You know what I'm saying? I've got to not go down that rabbit hole, you know, while exposing them and while whistle blowing on them, you know. I've got to remember that I don't have to do too much, because they're doing it to themselves on a daily basis. You know, they're doing it themselves on a daily basis. You know, look at you, Jennifer. You're talking shit about your brother drinking in the morning, which is here obviously a lie. You know, you're making fun of a woman for losing her leg, which I'm not saying that it's, you know, that maybe it's not a little bit of karma, but what I am saying is that you don't have to say anything about it, you know? And so she wants to sit there and kick up all kinds of negativity and shit like that, turn right around and like, I'm making crock pot lasagna. Love me. Everybody show me love and support, even though I'm going to shit on this person, on everybody else that I don't fucking care about. I want y'all to show me love, you know? And that's just another characteristic. That's just points at her, you know, her greed, her nepotism, her narcissism, you know, where their happiness means more than yours does. You know, care about me and fuck them. Adam Ritter says, Isaac says it's karma for Tina. Maybe it is a little bit karma for Tina. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna disagree just because this fucking asshole says it. I'm not gonna disagree because in a way I believe it is karma, you know. Tina has really done it to herself, you know. Nobody told Tina to live the life that she lived. Nobody pushed Tina's nobody pushed her into the lifestyle that would ultimately cost her a leg. You know what I'm saying? Just because they fucked her up with a doctor, you know, doesn't mean that she wasn't going to lose the fucking leg in the first place. All that came from her fucked up living, her drugs, her alcohol. And then, you know what I'm saying? I would like to say, I think maybe that a little bit of her scamming. I watched her scam dad numerous times. I watched Michael give dad almost $1,000 to go buy the boys' school clothes. And then Tina scammed $1,000 out of dad. Dad pulls up, backs the truck up to the house with a fucking refrigerator box full of used clothes. Used clothes for the boys to go to school. But Albert got fucking Jordans. And Albert got a badass book bag. And Tina probably sniffed some Percocet up her nose. You know what I'm saying? I think about shit like that. And maybe just a little bit I can laugh and say, yeah, you fucking deserve it. You know? Fucking charge my dad $500 for rose bushes. She would have a fucking neighbor. She would pay this kid to go fucking cut up somebody's rose bushes. Not even dig up the fucking roots. Would just cut the rose bushes low to the ground. A shit ton of roses and would sell them to dad for like $500. And we'd be like, oh yeah, just plant them both. They'll grow. Not a single one of them bore roots. You know, Tina was always scamming dad out of money. You know? So, you know, like, I fully believe that Tina's going to hell. Tina has done enough evil in her life where she's going to hell, and that's her karma. And I don't have to sit here and worry about her getting hers because she is going to get what's coming to her. Michael, too. Like, Michael doesn't believe in an afterlife. Go to hell. You know, that's your ultimate karma. Google is a piece of shit. Thank you so very much. And yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours, man. Coming up on 2 hours. What's my dude Lardo getting hurt about? I don't see him hurt. What's he saying? Nothing. Man, okay. Nice, another live. Oh, yep. So, anyways, guys, like I say, man, I'm going to continue to build myself up and build my future up. Mine and Erica's, you know what I'm saying? We are a team here, you know, and try and stay positive, you know what I'm saying, while I deal with this negativity, you know what I mean? Because it's a very hard thing to do. It's very easy to get sucked into that negativity with them, to fall down that rabbit hole, you know. And the moment that I do that, then I'm just no better than them, and I am back to where I was in 2017, you know. So I just got to say that it's very poetic, I guess, as it were, you know what I mean, to see 3 years later how the roles have switched, you know what I'm saying, how I'm the one trying to do my best, how y'all love me so, and I don't want to say that all fucking in vain, how y'all love me so much, you know, but y'all, you know, I've definitely earned a newfound respect, I feel, you know, over the last few years. You know, I am not the man that I was 3 years ago, you know, and but it seems like Jennifer and Michael and them, they are sucked down into that pit of negativity now more so than ever. You know what I mean? And 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 like I say, it's telling. I don't have to blow the whistle at all. You know, you all see it for what it's worth, and yeah, you know what I mean. I wish them the best. I really do. You know, wish that Michael can find that certain piece in his life that he's missing. You know what I mean? That Jennifer will, you know, find that right medication. You know what I mean? That she'll find that proper true love for her children, like every mother seems is born with. You know what I mean? It seems like every mother is born with that certain maternal instinct, you know what I'm saying, that Jennifer doesn't have, you know, and I pray that she finds that through medication and even meditation, you know what I mean, because, you know, they are definitely not looking within themselves to decide whether they're living their best lives or not, you know what I mean. They can't hurl this sort of negativity and live within this sort of negativity on a daily basis and then go to bed at night and really honestly feel like they're living their best life. Would you? I couldn't. Speaking from experience, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you that I've ever lived a fully negative day and not felt a little bad about it when I went to sleep at night. You know what I mean? Miss Baker in the house is howdy, popping in while I'm working. Well, I am just about to get off, Miss Baker. Talking with my friends about this little existential crisis that I'm dealing with right now. You know, and that is in, you know, handling my family's negative, not my family as in you guys, not Jones and family, but the Green family. And my dealing with the Green family negativity while trying to stay upbeat, not let it suck me in and cause me to be as negative a person as they are, you know. And yeah, you know, I really feel thankful, and I'm really glad that I brought this out and mentioned that, because I've actually been feeling that, like, man, like I'm saying something, but I feel like I'm, you know, just getting too negative with it, or I feel like I'm getting caught up too much and stuff, you know. And really, the only way to face it is to talk about it and admit it, honestly, you know. And so, like I said, while I feel like I'm still doing and saying the right things, you know, like there's maybe something inside, you know what I mean, that is weighing down on me, that maybe I need to step back for a little bit, you know what I mean, and focus on myself again for a few more days. Just a couple of days, you know what I mean, and yeah, just continue to focus on my mental health and my well-being, and try to live, you know, my best life, you know, rather than focusing on all the bullshit that's going on in Jennifer and Michael's life, you know, because that's what it is. It's their bullshit is not my bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And I got to try to remember that, you know, like I have been drug in to their bullshit, and I've been thrown into so much bullshit for so long with them that sometimes, you know what I mean, like I end up putting myself in their bullshit. You know, I start to feel like maybe their bullshit is my bullshit or something, you know, and it's really hard to describe. You know, the mind is a very crazy fucking, so it's a weird labyrinth, you know, and yeah, you know, that's where just got to try to keep myself in check, you know. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce off of here. 2 hours in. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the donations. Like I say, man, we're over a little over $100 right now. That's all. Everything that I make this month is gonna go to Erica's Christmas present. And plus, I'll have my own check too. But you know, the more the merrier. You know. So I want to thank you all for that, and we'll try and find her something good. Us together. This will be all these donations will be a Wolfpack gift. How about that? It won't be a gift from me. It'll be a gift from all of y'all. How about that? So anyways, guys, man, I thank you all, man. Try to help me stay in check, man. I appreciate, when you guys tell me, Charlie, kind of let it go a little bit, because, there was a time where I'd be like, screw that. You don't tell me what to do. But now I am, woke enough to say, hey, you're kind of right. Maybe, you're right. And I kind of feel it, and you all, what I'm saying? Don't let the negativity of the world and don't let the negativity of people that you may care about, what I'm saying? Don't let their negativity make you a negative person. You know what I mean? Try and stay focused on what's most important to you, and your own well-being. You know what I mean? Because we all got to put ourselves number one before we can start focusing on number two, which is everybody else. So anyways, man, thank you all for watching, man. I love you all. Miss Baker, we will be coming to see you guys here soon. And I'll be coming hungry. I got me a turkey. I think we're having our own Thanksgiving here. I'm not sure. I think we just have Thursday and Friday off, I think, for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with that. So I bought my own turkey. I'm going to talk to Erica today, and if we're doing our own Thanksgiving here, then I'm going to go ahead and start working on stuffing and a pumpkin pie maybe or something. But I've already got a turkey, so we'll figure that out. So anyways, guys, we love you all, man. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will catch y'all on the flippity flip. All right, guys. Love you. Peace. Woo!